You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts Jay Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm Jay Hove.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do? What
What's
it
that?
don't do? What it is, what it ain't. What's good?
Yo, everybody, I'm good, man. How's everybody's week?
I'm great,
I
man.
just wish the listeners could be in pre-production sometimes. Just
With these witnesses.
just every so often. I just wish they could peek their eyes in. Whew! The laughter I'm holding in right now is...
Okay.
I'm sorry.
How's everybody's Thanksgiving, man?
It's wonderful.
My Thanksgiving was great.
That's what's up.
Yours is real good, too, I said.
Yeah.
Yours is real good. You had some good mac and cheese, didn't you? Feel good.
Yeah. I tried to come kick it with your family, fam. You shot me a blank. So, okay, man, how you, brother? That's what's up. You shot me a blank. So good. And Jeff, using chat. So
Definitely what the chat. Just stop by mom.
Yeah, I should have pulled up. I'm gonna call you.
Yeah,
next year.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah, for sure.
Christmas dinner too.
I did about him 4 years in a row.
He let me down. The one year I was going over there.
I did about him 4 years in a row. He ain't showing up.
Yeah. Most definitely. Weez, what we got up on the show today, man? Do you know what we doing today?
I know what we're doing, Jay.
Jeff, what we doing today?
We're handing out awards for the 2018-19 college football season.
How we doing it, Jeff?
FSP style, brother.
You better know it.
Because it's always FSP style.
You better damn believe it. All right, well, let's get going with our best of the week. Weez, what you got for your best of the week, buddy?
My best of the week was Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving was great.
Sure,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was great.
Yeah.
Great, man.
Yeah, you're the only person I know that had fried turkey. I'm still hot. I ain't getting it.
Fried turkey was good.
I'm hot about that. I
That
ain't
cake
getting
on my icing was fire.
You said you're going to bring me some.
I got you some cake.
You got me some cake?
I got you
Is it
some
in the whip?
Ain't in the whip, but I got
you ain't got no cake then.
Nah, I got your cake on day.
Nah.
I got your cake on day.
Nah, that's what I'm trying to say. That cake was done Thursday. It's Sunday.
Nah, I'm trying to tell you now. That cake ain't been touched. The cake is great. You good,
It's
nigga. You good on cake.
Good in the hood. Okay. What about you, Jeff? What's your best of the week?
My best of the week, man. Thanksgiving, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia. What did Bills
Won that
Mafia?
W out today.
Got a W. That's your
Jalen
best of the
Carter
week.
quarterback trash.
Yeah.
75 yards later.
Yeah.
Hey.
TD.
Hey.
TD. Got the W.
Got the W. Bills Mafia through the tables.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My best of the week was pre-production. As you can see on Instagram, he sung the fight song for the Florida Gators, and we bounced all through the Florida Seminoles, 41-14 in a rivalry game that we hadn't won in 5 years. Our first win in 5 years.
Absolutely.
We lead the series 39-26.
Sounds right.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on IG right now. Check it out. It's one of the best moments of my 4 years doing the podcast, watching you do that fight song with so much vigor, so much enthusiasm.
You know what? Revenge.
Yeah, for sure. Go get.
It's a dish best served call.
You better know it. And go Gators. More importantly, and Coach Locke, I know you hear this. In the Realville group chat, he posted the alligator.
That's not a character for Coach.
That was. I wasn't ready for that because it was like right when the kickoff was coming.
Yeah, Jeff didn't know how to respond.
I did. You see me typing? I was like,
he was like, should I say that's what's up?
Yeah.
I gotta get the show started.
Yeah.
So I don't. He didn't know how to respond, but Coach Game.
Yeah.
I don't get that. That ain't how he get down.
It's like a piece off of
Hey, that chat, I'm telling you, that chat's a dark place. Man.
That Realville group chat.
That chat, it makes
Coach, I
him.
might have had some adult beverages.
It was a piece off between
He
me
had
and
too much
Coach.
eggnog. Coach, he has some eggnog.
We've been kind of different opinions on Florida State this year. So it was a piece off between the two of us. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. What's up, Coach? Yeah,
I haven't heard from Coach since.
It's off season. We can get back on the same team.
I haven't heard from Coach. What's our worst of the week, man? Go ahead, Weez. What's your worst of the week?
My worst of the week, man, was my boy Darius Garland went down.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
Yeah.
That hurt me. Sure, it hurt the whole city, but it hurt me.
So the thing is, okay, with Darius, with a torn meniscus, you can walk after that surgery.
Right.
If you are him, maybe let's say 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Do you even come back to Vanderbilt play, or do you do a Kyrie Irving chill?
I chill. If we're not in contention for anything,
yeah,
I'm not, because then I'm risking my livelihood.
For sure. So you sit out and you just prepare for the draft.
Right.
Wow.
I do.
Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
I want him to come back and play.
Yeah.
I do too. I would love for him to come back and play.
But if he thinks the next step after this 1 year was NBA, then don't even worry about it.
It was. Yeah, it was a lottery for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like Kyrie. Kyrie's the number one pick though.
Yeah.
It's he's not the number one pick. Yeah, most definitely.
And what? 6 weeks?
6 weeks for
6
sure.
weeks is a long time in college basketball.
Yeah, that'll put him right at
In
the
the
beginning
thick
of
of conference
January.
play.
Conference play,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
I think he could come back and be a contributing factor.
If he can come back play with half the games, I'll come back. But if
Yeah,
not,
I think it's half the games. Right at it. Yeah. My worst of the week, man. Godspeed to Darius Garland. A good kid, friend of the show for sure. My worst of the week. Patrick Mahomes. Love for ketchup. You guys hear about that?
I heard that. It's one of everything.
He openly declared his love for ketchup on steaks and macaroni and cheese. That is the signs of a serial killer.
Yellow box.
I'll
Eat
be
out
quiet.
yellow box.
I'll be quiet.
What? Yeah.
Not on steak.
You put ketchup
I've
on your
had
mac and
ketchup on
cheese?
mac and cheese.
I've heard that. I haven't done it, but I've heard it's not unnormal.
No, wait. Not every time, but I've done it before. I've done it on steak before too.
You know what?
Yeah.
I always had thoughts, Jeff. You had the signs of a serial killer. Yeah. But I
Definitely not yellow box Cheerios though.
Yellow box.
Let the listeners know in on the radio group chat.
Go ahead.
No.
No, you explain stuff better than I do.
No, I'm telling you. I don't know. I missed that in the group chat.
No, you did.
I promise you.
Damn thing. That's one thing you don't miss shit in that group chat. He lied.
I put that, cameraman, I put that on everything I love. I don't know what you mean by yellow box.
What a yellow box is, it's pretty. People eat out of the yellow box of Cheerios. It's two kinds of Cheerios.
Right. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
And the yellow box.
The regular joint.
The regular joint is no sugar on it. It's just.
Oh.
You feel me?
I put that on everything I love. I didn't know what you were talking about. Now I know. Damn. Yeah, if you eat out that yellow box of Cheerios, I'm saying I've been worried about the franchise over here. He is the franchise.
Here we go. My worst of the week.
What's your worst of the week, Joe?
Now go back to Florida State real quick, man. Some of the fans need to grow up. Doing racist posts. Yeah, going after Coach Taggart. It got so bad last night, even the president of the school had to come out and say that they're behind Willie Taggart, like fully, just to show some support because it was rough on message boards and social media and stuff like that.
He's coming for his age.
Yeah.
Tomahawk. No pun
That's
intended.
kind of funny. That's funny though. That's funny. But it was rough last night, man. They really trying to get my guy out of there. Not saying it in a good way either. So, shout out to Coach Taggart, man. Shout out to the players that were on social media saying they believe in Coach Taggart. Our 4-star recruits at linebacker saying nothing's changing. We come to Florida State to change this around.
Right.
Let's go Noles. Anyway.
Yeah. Check out that IG post. You might see something a little different. Go Gators. My bad.
Anyway, man. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the Thanksgiving episode. Pretty cool episode, guys. Get a chance to check it out.
Shout out to the guys at the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast,
Yeah.
man. Thanksgiving is here. What are you thankful for, Weezy?
Here we go again. I'm thankful for everything, man.
For sure.
Everything. Life took some turns on me this year.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Make
Make
you
you
a
a
better
better
person.
person.
Yeah.
Camera's
Camera's
always
always
on.
on.
Who about you, Jeff?
Hey, man, I said it last week. Thankful for the opportunity to do stuff like this, to be heard. Thankful for, good friends.
For sure. Most
Always for the South Side.
Yeah, not always for the South Side. Yeah, man. Thanksgiving, man. I went and actually spent Thanksgiving with my family.
There you go.
How's that feel,
And
man?
it's solid, man. It's pretty solid.
I see you took a picture, man. You pretty happy.
Yeah. You know what that picture is? So your auntie, ooh, Jay, I ain't took a picture. Let me take a picture of you. So you on the phone, you just turn around like, hey.
Yeah, but you was happy though.
I wasn't happy.
Yeah,
I was happy.
God, we gotta edit that out. My goodness.
The Ladies Room Podcast, man. Check out Rizzo and Anne Marie to find out what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. The latest episode is up right now, and you can catch up on past episodes and follow the Ladies Room Podcast on IG and Facebook. One time for Coach Locke.
Shout out to the ladies.
Most definitely, man. Shout out to the ladies. Fresh for Dummies, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. You can catch our latest issue number 35 is up right now, directly for the culture. Follow the show IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all your social media handles. Where your kicks are cop responsible.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-host.
All right.
Hi, it's 2019. That's what you said.
Go Noles. Purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, you ask Weezy? Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. OMG!
Most definitely on RMG, man. Jeff, we got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Yes, sir.
Let's start the music.
All right, guys. So last week was Survivor Series. So you know what that means, right?
What you got?
We got the results of who you got from last week.
What I do, cameraman.
All right, so last week we had first matchup was Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's the homie. You can put my shirt at, Jeff.
What?
We're going to get that.
You gonna
You
get
want that shirt?
he caught that L last
Tuck
week.
that in.
Yeah, he did. It's a great match, though. Great way to start the pay-per-view off. Shinsuke, I don't think he signed that contract up to come back to WWE after that match. So,
Really?
yeah, man.
What are you going to do?
Going back to New Japan. The promotion that some people feel is the best promotion in wrestling right now. So, that's where he came from.
The homie.
Yeah, it's home.
Yeah.
And then also, Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Weezy had Ronda Rousey. Jay, you had Charlotte Flair. Shout out to Weezy. Charlotte Flair snapped in the middle of the match, started hitting Rousey with a chair. Got a little bloody in there. It was rough. It was rough for Ronda Rousey last weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, it was tough, man. Shout out to Charlotte Flair. And the last match of the evening, Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Both you guys had Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar got the W.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was who you got last week.
Yeah.
No pay-per-views until mid-December, so, back to regular 10 seconds of wrestling. But,
There we go,
it
man.
was good. Survivor Series was cool, though.
Who you got, man?
Yeah.
Shout out to you,
One
Jeff.
thing I realized, you see they making a movie about Paige?
Who's Paige?
Paige.
Diamond Dallas Page?
That's a great question. It's a great assumption. No, she was a women's wrestler that she was the youngest women's heavyweight champion ever. Every time she won, and her story was dope. With her mom being a wrestler and fighting drug abuse and stuff like that. But
Black Lady?
from London, from England, excuse me, London. Still, but yeah, it's just messed up that her career got cut short last. She had to retire last year before the movie came out because of injury. So she was dope though. Yeah.
10 good wrestling seconds, man. Shout out to you, Jeff.
All right.
In case you missed it, shout out to Tonio for this, man.
Okay.
Doing your job, we shout out to Yoski.
Shout out to
Grant
Yoski.
Frerking is a 19-year-old sophomore walk-on receiver for the Tennessee football team. Of course, Yoski found
Of course.
Tennessee,
Yeah.
in case you missed it for sure. But anyway, Grant is also the founder of CEO of Metro Straw, a $1 million company with branches in Atlanta, Nashville, and Charlotte, and is one of the largest landscape management companies in the Southeast. Frecking's mornings are taken up by class time. In the afternoon, he'll hustle over to the team facility for meetings and an afternoon practice. And when that's over, the supply chain management major will knock out homework and meet with the football team's tutoring staff to attend to his academic responsibilities. When he's not in class or on the practice field, he's in the weight room or he's tied to his phone answering calls and emails. He says he goes through 3 recharge cycles on his phone each day, man. Shout out to Grant, man. Getting busy, man. Sophomore, got a $1 million company.
That explains the walk on.
Yeah, for sure. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tonio, man.
Yeah.
Good find.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Now, tweet some questions throughout the week
Mhm.
at Full Sport. Press, don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
about their Full Sport Press podcast, man. The revolution will be podcasted. Before we get started, the first half, Weezy got a poll question for the listeners.
Yes, sir, I do.
Let the people hear it.
This week's poll question is, who's having the worst week? Reuben Foster, Dwight Howard, Marvin Lewis, DeJounte Murray.
Okay. Shout out to you, Weezy. So the first person is Reuben Foster, who is our first round pick, 31st overall, 2 years ago, on his second arrest in 2018.
It's rough on him.
He's our starting middle linebacker, one of our best players on defense. He's cut from the team
Yep.
because of another domestic. From the same woman he had a domestic with at the beginning of the year.
Behave to yourself.
Dwight Howard is going through a lot.
Yeah.
Whirlwind.
Just
Yeah.
Google.
just
Google Dwight
that.
Howard.
Yes.
Who's the
rough.
third person? Oh, Marvin Lewis. Tell the listeners about Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis hired Hugh Jackson, former Cleveland Browns head coach, as a consultant to his team,
Yeah.
to his offense. And yeah, it comes out this morning that Cincinnati will consider Hugh Jackson as a replacement to Marvin Lewis in the offseason. That's tough, man.
That's hard like that.
And DeJounte Murray's girlfriend broke up with him and said he was a broke boy all on the gram. And said,
Jesus.
She's hot. She's just hot.
well, I'm just saying, she was a gold digger. I remember
She
seeing him
did.
with her.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL.
He didn't pay for the flight or something. She's hot.
And,
Yeah.
but everything happens for a reason, young DeJounte.
Yeah.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting, bro.
Yeah, keep fighting. Most definitely.
You fighting a good fight, John.
Yeah, but I would say who's having the worst week is Reuben Foster because he'll never play in the NFL again.
Well, Reuben Foster got to keep his hands to himself.
For sure.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not proven
Sure.
this time. But
you know, Dwight Howard still has $23 million left this year, and then he gets another contract.
But
yeah, this is the thing.
Go ahead.
There's no money coming in for Reuben Foster. He's having the worst week.
Y'all have a hard time with defensive ends, don't you?
Our defensive, he's our middle linebacker.
Well, same thing. Defensive players.
Big deal.
What's the other guy?
Head on the ground.
Oh, you talking about Alden Smith?
Alden Smith.
Yeah.
He's a linebacker too.
Yeah. Outside linebacker, defensive end. It's all good. Same thing. Yeah. What about you, Jeff? You got worst week?
I just want the Dwight Howard off court stuff
Mm-hmm.
has been some of the stuff for the ages.
That shit.
It's always weird, man. His off the court stuff is
That's
always
a lot.
weird. Yeah.
How many kids he got? Dwight Howard?
9 by 10. That's the rumor.
9 by 10.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dwight, he out with
You see what I'm saying?
gluteal injury. With all
Let's go.
Let's just get started with the first half, man.
The first half is underway.
First half, man. How the sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast, episode 246, man. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What's cracking?
Weezy, where can they find you at on social media, dog?
I'm FSP_Weezy on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Weezy on IG.
Yep.
Holla at me.
Holla at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holla at me.
For sure, most of everything unlocked.
No. Hell no. Not right
Instagram.
now.
Jeff, where can they find you at on social media, bro?
J-Easley84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely, man.
You open, Jeff?
No. Twitter's
They
open.
said you open, though. I
Twitter's-
had a phone call saying you should be good.
Yeah, nah. Wait list is there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the wait list is there. The kingdom is worth waiting to get into, though.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah, it's worth the wait.
Most definitely. I'm J-Ho, man. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, what's
Most
the
definitely.
open?
Yeah, I ain't never. Hell no.
I said you open, though.
Sure, yeah.
I'm telling you. I got a phone. I said, nah, my boy ain't open like that.
Oh, shit. Man, I'm still laughing. Boy, you stupid. You say you don't have a clue. Let's recap, man. College football,
Just out
man.
here.
Week 13. Hate week, Jeff.
Hate week.
It's hate week.
He had like this, Jeff.
Let's go through some winners and losers, man, on hate week, man. Who you got as a winner? Anybody want to go first?
Ohio State.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Every time Urban Meyer
Yeah.
needs a win,
He gets one.
he gets. Remember last year he needed to beat Wisconsin?
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Year before that he needed to beat, I think it was Wisconsin again. He beat the shit out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, man.
He beat the mess out of Michigan.
That's Coach Brown says Old Testament ass. Well,
Old
Old
Testament.
most definitely, man. Dwayne Haskins looking like the number one quarterback right now in the country.
Hey.
Hey, I'm talking about when he gets drafted.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Another winner that I have, man, is Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They 12-0. Irish will play in a playoff for the first time in 2 years after going 4-8.
Yeah, another test pass by them. They could have easily folded. That game was looking like it was going to go ahead.
Got tricky.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Notre Dame, them not playing in a conference per se.
They'll never play in the conference.
Smartly.
They don't have to.
They don't have to. Most definitely. What about another winner?
Vandy.
Andy.
For sure. They never get
Andy.
confused.
Hey, for real, man. Y'all coach, Derek Mason, should have a job for as long as he wants to be there.
Yeah.
What he's done at that school and what y'all not falling completely off after James Franklin,
Mm-hmm.
he should be able to coach there as long as he wants to.
Vanderbilt's the best team in Tennessee, dog.
Yeah.
Beat them 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are the best. They beat them 3 of them in 5?
Yeah.
Then they also beat MTSU.
Yeah. MTSU?
Got past TSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's important about that game was people saw Tennessee was down. Tennessee had to win that game to go to a bowl.
They did,
They
for
both
sure.
were fighting for a bowl.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
It wasn't no fluke.
Nah.
We went up there and beat them all.
Yeah. I'm let them.
And they would play a little dirty. They would hit my boy in the head.
Yeah.
They would hit Keyshawn in the
Yeah,
head.
they was playing dirty.
I don't think did he finish the game?
I don't know, but he needs to leave Vanderbilt
Now.
yesterday. He needs to go and go pro.
Not even play the ball.
No, he needs to
Yeah.
go and go pro.
Yeah.
For real.
I know you want him to because you want to get the W, but nah. Yeah. Go ahead.
He won't be a top. He'd be like,
He needs to go pro. It's not going to get any better than what he did this year.
It don't matter what. Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't believe that.
I believe so. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Let's talk about some losers, man. Who wants to go first?
Man, McKenzie Middleton, UCF, man.
That hurt.
Because they're gonna get a bowl. They're gonna get
Yeah.
a New Year's Day bowl. and they're gonna play somebody, they're gonna lose, and people are gonna say, well, they should have been there. No,
the quarterback.
They lost their quarterback.
They lost a Heisman quarterback.
A Heisman, yeah.
Hopeful.
Goodness,
that was a tough one too. It was tough to watch.
Ah,
that was tough to watch.
My loser was Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
They didn't show up.
Yeah, at all.
It was his best chance. I mean, we can't defend her. I mean, we can't defend that coach anymore.
No. Yeah, he needs a quarterback though. He still don't have.
He has the best quarterback he's ever had.
No, that was a makeshift quarterback. It was a transfer.
I see.
He needs a quarterback. Yeah. He needs one of his quarterbacks, and he'll be fine. But the defense locked down.
But everybody keeps saying he needs a quarterback. He's been there 5 years.
Here's McCaffrey's little brother, and he might be the starting quarterback next year. He can play.
Yeah, but what happens to recruit him in 5 years?
Because he did. McCaffrey was the quarterback.
Okay.
We'll see. Yeah. Most definitely. My loser is Arizona. And when we first did a college football show, you said that Arizona and Khalil Tate and Kevin Sumlin would do great things in the Pac-12, cameraman. Yeah. And they're not even going to go in the bowl. They're not bowl eligible.
Rough, man.
Herm Edwards, though.
Bowl eligible.
But Kevin Sumlin is not.
They said Herm Edwards ain't calling a single play all year.
He looks like.
Yeah, I ain't mad at Herm. Herm know what's up.
He called 3 timeouts a game. That's all he do.
And another loser in the same realm is Lane Kiffin. Now, this time last year, we were saying that he was going to be a head coach at a Power 5, and you go and lose to Charlotte at the crib. Yeah. And now you're 5-7, not bowl eligible.
Yeah. It's rough.
They had a rough schedule this year, though.
Not really.
They just didn't.
This was a down year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But he's telling who he played. He had a rough schedule.
Yeah. But the thing about Lane Kiffin is he didn't lose a lot of players.
Yeah.
He didn't. He didn't. He didn't lose a lot of players. He made too many coaching adjustments, man. He let that young boy call plays.
Art Brown.
Yeah, our Brownson's gone. That's the problem.
For real.
Yeah. Our Brownson left.
Okay.
He let what's the offensive coordinator? The coach used to coach at Notre Dame.
Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss' sons are there. 22 years old.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, and then of course, and last but not least, you got another loser.
No, go ahead.
Anybody else got another loser? No. Florida State, 37 years. You have a ball game. All those you should play in a damn ball game.
Well, here's the thing.
You should play in a ball game,
yes. But let's keep it a book. So we got the fun game out the way. This should have happened last year. If they wouldn't have rescheduled that game last year, that we didn't need that we all of a sudden needed against not Citadel but against somebody like that. We wouldn't have made a bowl last year.
But he did.
But we shouldn't have.
But he did though.
We shouldn't have.
But he did.
He did.
My only thing about Willie Taggart is you're at that school and you see your potential. You see your players out there. You see what you got. And the best thing to come up with is come up with that spread offense.
It's his offense, right?
Yeah, Jeff, but
he don't have the players run the offense. I agree with you. When you said that, I agree with you when you said that. I've been saying it all year. It's tough to watch. You don't have the offensive line to run it.
Yeah, you huddle up and you get a play call and you play smash mouth football with them boys. Them boys can't run no spread. You can't finesse anybody in the ACC.
It's gonna be tough, man. Shout out to Willie Taggart. Keep fighting, Willie. Keep fighting.
We'll be back.
Keep fighting.
Is he the coach for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby Bowden's first year was the same way.
Nick Saban's first year.
Nick Saban in Alabama first year was the same. Not comparing them to them. I'm just saying. Think about what you're saying. First year was just like this.
It's tough.
You got to turn it around.
You got to get your players in. Yeah. Most definitely.
To run your system.
Yeah, for sure. College football players of the week, man. Week 13, hate week. Does anybody have a college football player of the week? Who wants to go first?
Go ahead. I want Dwayne Haskins.
Who else could you go with?
There's a lot of people you
go
with.
It's them lot. Now, this is it right here.
Now, Kyler Murray.
This is the game.
Kyler Murray put up numbers.
No, we'll just get off.
Yeah, I was saying, this is the game. And what do you do? Go ahead. I can really cut you off.
396. 6 touchdowns.
That's a Heisman moment in the game.
Yeah, he ain't playing. He
not. We know the man amongst boys, the God amongst men, is Tua Tagovailoa.
That's why. Get his name right.
Yeah. I mean, only reason I picked Dwayne Haskins because he played the big game.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
upset.
Yeah. Tua had 6 touchdowns too.
I knew they was gonna beat Auburn.
I mean, it's still a rivalry game.
Yeah, but
it was a better game than we watched Ohio State. It was a better game than the Florida game.
They wasn't a better game than Ohio State.
This was. They got their ass kicked. It was all smoke.
So the Auburn did.
Burst up.
I don't think Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
you got some porn going?
No, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
No, I don't.
We know.
Nah, for real, I don't know what just happened. That's weird as
We
crap,
know.
dude.
I bet it is.
Yeah, for sure. My player of the week is Kyler Murray
My bad.
from the Oklahoma Sooners. Now, you good, bro. 364 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 114 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Did everything to get past West Virginia. Hey, Will Greer had a really great game, too. 6 touchdowns as well.
I swear I wish Colin Murray could play one more year.
Yeah, nah.
I do.
I mean, the way that things are going, Kyler Murray might get drafted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the NFL. So that's how bad the quarterback competition
I
is.
wish he could play one more year for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to Weezy's favorite sport with a little bit of fantasy to it. The FSP Fantasy Football League Week 12 edition. All right, let's start off with Winston's eye exam, myself, versus Cam Newton's exposed Achilles. Cam Newton's exposed Achilles is kicking my ass right now. 103-62. Looks like I'm gonna catch my first L of the season.
You know why?
Talk to me.
Tigers want to buy.
Not just Ty Gurley. I got 3 major players on the bye this week. It's hurting me, but it's all good. Next we have Urban Meyer's faulty memory versus Show Me Them TDs. Urban Meyer's faulty memory is running away with this one, 108-86. Show Me Them TDs doesn't have anybody left to play. Whew, okay, it's been a season. You choose a side.
Uh-oh.
One time for Weezy. Versus A Royale with the cheese. This one's going to go down to the wire.
I owe him.
Right now it's 74 for Weezy to 65 for A Royale with the cheese. Both of these guys are projected to be around 110 at the end of the night. So we're going to see how it's going to play out.
He got Aaron Rodgers left to play.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Booby Spin, fresh off their first victory of the year last week versus last place for 2 years straight. AB is putting together a solid season over there with last place for 2 years straight. Right now, we mentioned Old Testament ass whoopings. That is happening in this game right now. Animal Brown is up 124-59 on Booby Spin and projects to put up 170 points on him. Good gracious. Now watch God.
Now watch God.
Now watch God hard.
Versus
Now
Wayne
watch
Beats.
God having a year.
Now this is the game of the week. Both teams are 7-4. Both teams are fringe playoff teams. Right now it's Wayne Beats 103-91 over Now Watch God. With both teams, this is going to be a bomb burner. Projected to be 130-129. Whew.
Now watch God.
I couldn't be in that game.
That's why I retired.
The Squeakers versus the Auto Pick All Stars. 94-70 for the Squeakers. Look like they're gonna pull that one out. Pause. Yeah, shout out to everybody participating. The email was sent again, guys. Shout out to people who paid this week.
Some people paid this
Shout out
week.
to Coach Wayman.
Coach Wayman.
Got it in there.
Shout out to
One
Coach.
time for Coach.
Yeah, my dog.
Rest of you guys could get that paper in. Thank you so much. All right.
Who ain't paid?
Well, let's see.
Let's go through it.
Nah, don't do it like that.
Okay.
You want to do it like that?
Yeah.
Shit, let's do it like that.
Let's see. We got Coach Brown.
Yeah, we got Coach Brown.
Auto Pick All Stars.
My brother. Hey, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's right, my brother.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do big ball like that.
Nah, fuck him.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
wow. Okay.
My bad, cameraman.
Sheesh. Refocus after that. Squeak.
Squeak ain't paid?
Oh, we got to get him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Squeak ain't. Yeah, right, Pete. Squeak paid.
Squeak in.
Squeak ain't paid.
Cause he on social media every day. I got to get
You know
him.
what? Hold on.
Squeak might have paid.
Get this right.
Yeah, if he ain't paid, we got to have
Let
him.
me double check my list here.
Check it twice.
1 second here. Pause for the calls.
Yeah.
Cut the Jeopardy.
Show me them TDs paid.
Yeah, show them to yeah.
Show them TDs paid.
Oh, okay.
So this is who has paid.
Okay.
We got Coach Wayman,
Yeah.
D. Harris, Animal Brown, A. Royale, Weezy,
And Cash.
Sean Wash, and DP.
Okay.
So Squeaky has not paid.
Okay.
Come on, Squeak.
Big bro ain't paid.
Roy paid.
Twin paid?
Twin is not paid.
Oh.
Who is Twin in the league?
Royale with cheese.
Yeah, Roy paid. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Roy paid. Booby Spin, Coach Brown. We discussed that. Coach Brown to get over on you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you said that last week. Is what you said.
Damn,
You said that last
We
week.
first 48 like that. Let's move on. We first 48 when we started.
Let's get on, man. Let's talk about some NBA basketball, man. The Washington Wizards are bad.
Real bad.
That should be the end of the conversation.
How bad, Jay?
That's your fault. That's your boy.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you that's your fault.
That's my guy. The franchise has started to deliver teams an impression that every player on their roster, including John Wall and Bradley Beal, both All-Stars, are available in trade scenarios. The preference remains to reshape the team around Wall and Beal, but poor play among key teammates is limiting their trade value and paralyzing the Wizards' effort to make a significant change to the roster. Fellas, what should the Washington Wizards do with their team and their 2 All-Stars?
You get rid of them. Well, I don't know about Bradley Beal, but the rumor is, and I've seen it for myself, you can't play with John Wall.
That's not necessarily true.
I'm just telling you.
That's not necessarily
He
true.
wouldn't fight this hard for Westbrook.
Yeah, would. If he was John Wall.
If somebody if he was John Wall.
Yeah.
That was my next
That's the
next
thing.
scenario.
Let's keep it a buck now. Like, they're dominant point guards.
Yeah.
Just to put
Ball
dominant point guard. Let's just keep it a buck.
Mhm.
Since Westbrook has returned, Thunder don't look as good when Schroeder.
2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah, he was 5 for 13 last night.
They were 2 and 3 with him since he's been back, and 5 and 6.
Look at the regular,
Nah,
the
they
regular season stats.
They won 5 in a row. They lost the 6 games before he came back. They lost
You
2
really
in Sacramento.
Here's the thing. John Wall's 28 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently under contract until 2022.
Right.
23 season with a player option.
Right.
He's going to average out right around $42 million a year.
Right.
42 a year, Weezy. That's
That's a lot of
very
money.
hard. And a 15% trade kicker on
Right.
top of that.
Right.
He's not being traded. They can't, because nobody's taking that contract. Ever.
If you're trying to build, but other side of the pillow.
Okay.
If you're trying to build a big team or super team,
Mm-hmm.
and you have him under contract for that long, why not make that trade?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what
Yeah.
you're saying, but nobody's taking that contract unless they just have a hole in the point.
That's what I mean.
guard
They had a
position.
cap space.
I understand
Yeah.
the money. You can't make the trade. The money's too tight.
Right.
But will he attract more players to come play with him?
Nah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
And that's what it's about in the NBA right now.
Playing with
KD was the litmus test. When he didn't go home,
Yeah.
that kind of skewed everything.
I think, now with, you got Dwight Howard there. I think that's where they messed up. Paying Otto Porter that $55 million, matching the
But
Nets off.
you couldn't lose Otto Porter.
You had Kelly Oubre on the team.
True.
Yeah, but that ain't enough.
That's what I'm saying. That money could have been allocated another way instead of paying Dwight. Otto Porter, dude. You can get somebody to play the 3, and now you got Boogie coming up. Boogie would love to play with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Out of any of these top, these top 10 players going to be free agents this year.
Right.
Will any of them sign with the Wizards?
That's tough.
It's tough,
It's tough
man,
sell.
because they don't have a lot of. They don't have. First off, they don't have cap space, and then on top of that, they have players at the main position. They need a 4. Brad Beal is the easiest asset to trade. He's young. He's having his worst year as a pro, but it could be in the point where it's a tradable asset. He will be. I think he'll be the person that's traded.
Let's keep it in the NBA and talk about who might get traded. Let's talk about second year Philadelphia 76er. Jay's guy,
That's my guy.
Markelle Fultz.
That's my guy.
Earlier this week, in a statement released by his lawyer, Fultz has visited a specialist about his shoulder and will be out indefinitely for the Sixers. The Sixers believed to be blindsided by this news and said they will stand by Fultz.
Shit.
But then, plot twist. Fultz is now also rumored to have a wrist injury, and as of 18 hours ago, Fultz is no longer in the Sixers' long-term plans. They're looking to move him.
Mm-hmm.
How is this going to play out, J-Ho?
It's just too many stories, man. It's unraveling too much.
See, this your man.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was talking to the homies about this. Shout out to Ken. We were talking about this, and we watched a lot of high school basketball, and this was one of the best guys we've seen.
Mhm.
Like, it's hard not to say that this kid wasn't good at one time. Him being a number 1 pick, I think it's time for him to start fresh with a new team. And they're saying that, it's just not working there. So you trade him to the Knicks, maybe for Trey Burke. Boom, you get him there with the Zinger. You got a lot of players there. I'm either there or a smaller city like Phoenix would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe Orlando.
Because if he goes to the Knicks doing this,
It's too much.
past the free throw
It's too
line,
much.
New York media will kill
It'll
him.
kill him.
Yeah, there's no GM or no owner gonna sign somebody that's doing the bankhead bouncer for the shooter free throw.
That's true.
You can't.
Just
You know what I'm
seemingly, day by day, his trade value is decreasing. And I think you have to do it sooner than later.
If
And I hate
they're
that
going
for Fultz.
to get something for him,
Something.
worth it,
Something, a draft pick, something. Yeah, I hate that because this kid, whatever happened, something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened between him playing in the summer league and hurting his ankle all the way until the start of the regular season his rookie year. Now, I don't know what happened, and we will find out because the world knows that, we're in a microwave society. They will find out.
Yeah.
But this kid...
There's a mental wall somewhere that, like you said, something happened.
Something happened. That kid there, special kid, man. I hate that, man.
He'll be overseas. He'll make a lot of money overseas.
He'll never play overseas.
Wow.
Yeah, he'll never
You said the number one pick...
Anthony Bennett played overseas.
No.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying it because lack of talent. I'm just saying of the situation.
Yeah, the situation's trash.
The situation.
I would love to see a backcourt with him and the Knicks, and then keep Tim Hardaway Jr. up there to see who can shoot the most.
That's your man. They got Alonzo Trier. They just fine.
Alonzo Trier hard.
Yeah, Alonzo Trier.
He's okay.
He's
having a good so far with Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway's the man. But I'm just saying, game 80 million, so he got to shoot.
He got to shoot.
He was 1 for 14 last night.
Yeah, well, he probably still had you.
That's
I just watched a lot of basketball. Yeah. Let's talk about some hypothetical.
I could have argued back in there, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You should have.
No.
You want to talk about some hypothetical?
Yeah, let's do that.
ESPN analyst Jay Williams thinks this current Duke basketball team could beat the current Cleveland Cavaliers team and explain why during an appearance on Wednesday morning's Get Up. Update, Duke couldn't beat Gonzaga on Wednesday, so...
He looked silly.
Yeah, he
looked silly. Because he was so adamant about this, and
and
then they go and lose to Gonzaga like that. It was like, come on.
Yeah. It's just one of those things we've heard it a lot, like, time and time again. It's getting kind of old. Could you put an all-time team here? Could if they played a really bad team, they could beat them? And I think that there's a way that they've tried to almost curve it to the point, because we know that there's no NFL team, that could beat a college team. But there's
college team.
I know college team. A college team that could be right. Yeah. So what they did was they had what's called Westgate Sportsbook in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. Gave the Buffalo Bills against the Alabama Crimson Tide 28.5 points. Yeah. Could they cover the Knicks?
Yep.
They'll cover that.
I put anything down on it.
Well, they have the man amongst boys, God amongst men, at quarterback in Alabama. So there's no telling what they can do.
28.5 is a lot.
I'll tell you what it looked like. It looked like kind of what Alabama did to Auburn this weekend.
Yeah.
It'd be the offensive line is too little. They just run to the round the gas.
Only thing that worries me about this is that it's people on that Alabama team that couldn't play in front of players that's playing currently in the NFL. Right. How in the hell?
They're gonna play against the NFL.
How in the hell? They're gonna beat them 20. They'll win by more than 28.5.
Yeah.
Who?
The Bills.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll put anything in the world on
and the Duke and Cleveland thing. Yeah. I almost understand it when you say Kevin Love's not playing.
Right.
But you put Kevin Love out there, and then it's just rough, man. It's just rough.
It's still grown men.
Let's stop doing this.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy these kids for who they are. Yeah. Live in the moment. Yeah. I guess we could call it greatness definitely for Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, Duke should be great, I guess.
Duke should be great. Yeah, but Duke shouldn't have lost.
That's not true.
They shouldn't have lost a game.
That's not true.
They shouldn't lose a game with that team.
You know why they lost that game? Not to hover on it. But they lost the game because it's experience.
No, they lost that game because of R.J. Barrett.
Well, that's your man. I should have gave it to my guy. No. Let's move on. Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods took part in the winner-take-all game of golf for $9 million on Bleacher Report pay-per-view. It took a makeshift extra hole of golf in semi-darkness for Phil to get the W over Tiger. Mm-hmm. Is Bleacher Report on to something here?
I think they are, man. Yeah, those first 14 holes were, air quotes, competitive.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get a little bit more trash talk. People were talking about how the kids are doing. So not a lot of trash talk. They guaranteed a lot of side bets. Yeah. Wasn't a lot of side bets going on. Yeah. I need more of that. Yeah. The only thing that was great about the telecast was that it was free. Yeah. It was free. Yeah. It was
supposed to be pay-per-view.
Supposed to be $19.99. There's a hot link on Twitter. Yeah. Press that link. Got a live stream camera, man. So the only thing that it was kind of boring though. After a while, even Charles Barkley was like, "This is some bad golf." He was mad, you know what I'm saying? So Ernie was trying to keep it going. Yeah. They are onto something. Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's only so much golf you can watch, especially if you're not a golf watcher every competitive match.
For sure.
But it was fun.
It was cool to watch.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
That's the way I look at it, though. I look at it in a different angle.
Okay.
Is Tiger that bad? This is the only way we can see Tiger,
Playing in insignificant.
Again, if it's the only way to make us watch Tiger Woods.
Well, I mean, you got to think about this past season. I mean, he was competitive in 3 of the 4 majors.
But we didn't watch it.
The Raiders, well, we may not have watched it. We may have only watched the highlights, but the Raiders went through the roof.
Yeah. No,
When Tiger's on the course, that's money.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. But I see what you're saying, though. I wish the NBA would adopt something like this. Or like...
No, the NBA can't do it.
No, hear me out. Or how the Big Three is, or something like that. Who would want... I would pay to see Kobe versus Paul Pierce one more time.
Yeah, Kobe.
One-on-one.
Kobe ain't touching that court.
I know. I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying.
It's something you could do. Like, people who... Like, they did this a long time ago. Okay, 20-something years ago. They could do something like this.
Yeah, the only thing, if I'm Turner Sports, I'm mad because that link goes out.
Yeah.
They don't see any revenue from this.
Exactly.
Got to refund everybody.
Yeah.
That's tough, but they are on to something.
Who lost their job? How many people lost their job?
At least 2-3 people. and they all wear sweater vests.
Yeah, easy.
Your PowerPoint
nice khakis.
Pleated.
You pleated khakis.
Your PowerPoint presentation didn't do what it's supposed to do.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
Before we get started with halftime, let's talk about Sean Washington's Arkansas football team. He'll be all right. The Arkansas defensive backs, Ryan Pulley and Cameron Curl, were suspended for the season finale against Missouri when they got their ass kicked. For socializing with members of the Mississippi State Spirit Squad. And Arkansas coach Chad Morris called the incident completely unacceptable after the team lost 52-6. Fair foul for suspended players for fraternizing.
Fair.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
You can't break the rules.
Stay on your side.
Stay on your side. Yeah. At the end of the day, getting your ass kicked. Yeah, you should be worried about getting your ass kicked and getting better. You shouldn't be worried about the Spirit Squad.
Right.
You need to worry about, that read that you missed.
Yeah, the block you missed.
Yeah, you DBs.
You like putting up 52 of them.
Yeah, for sure.
And the double move get you.
Right, worry about that. Yeah. Now, I get it, but you might need to look and, go to the Spirit Squad on the gram and figure out who is there.
Yeah, dive in the DMs. Dive in the DMs. Come on. It's 2018. Do like everybody else is doing.
You can find a way.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
You can figure out who that was.
Yeah. You can find out
who
that
was.
Every Spirit Squad member, you can find them on the gram.
Phone call away. They get a pop.
Really?
Wow. You ready to get started with halftime, cameraman? Let's do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. We're going to jump right into it. We're talking college football. The conference title games are set. I'm going to lead with Mackenzie Milton, the starting quarterback for the UCF Knights. Had a very gruesome leg injury. He was one of the Heisman hopefuls. Hopefully that team can bounce back from that injury. They were able to win their game. They're going to be in a conference title game against a very tough Memphis team who they only beat by 1 point with Mackenzie Milton. So it's going to be interesting to see what takes place in that American Conference title game. I know we got a lot of Big Ten lovers out there. Rightfully so. It's a blue blood conference and all. But your conference title game is Ohio State versus Northwestern. So you're telling me Northwestern was the best team in the other side of the conference. That's like Vanderbilt making it to the SEC conference. But for you guys to say that the Big Ten is the toughest conference, trash. Complete trash. Y'all need to stop that. Stop that right now. All right, we're going to move on to this LSU Texas A&M game. First of all, this was an instant classic, crazy 7 overtimes. I don't know why LSU refused to guard number 13. Get eyes on that guy. I mean, from touchdowns to 2-point conversions, it was a crazy game. I loved every minute of it. Extremely exciting. I know that those guys were gassed out there. It was a crazy game. LSU did one thing. They did douse Ed Orgeron prior to the game being over in the fourth quarter because they thought they won. And they didn't. I guess the moral of the story is don't look too good nor talk too wise. See it through. All those things, man. LSU football players You guys are the bum of the week for dousing your coach prior to winning the game. Where the hell they do that at? I don't know. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown. That is Rue, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. He gave the Big Ten a lot of grief. Coach Wayman, get him again, Coach Wayman.
Yeah.
Get him again.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Wayman had to straighten him on the FSP page, man.
Yeah.
For sure. He had to straighten him, Coach Brown. Yeah. So that's why Coach Brown goes into a tirade against the Big Ten. So get him again, Coach Wayman. Get him again. Damn it, get him again. But yeah, Northwestern versus Ohio State, it'll be a knockdown drag out we'll talk about in the second half.
A lot to 11.
Yeah, for sure. A lot to 11. What about early Gatorade showers?
It's rough, man.
Come on, man. That was a good game.
It's a great game.
Great game. But come on. Wait until the clock goes.
Yeah, you gotta give double zeros,
man.
Yeah. Can't be nothing left on the clock. Nothing left to be for chance. He's like a fool. Coach out there still coaching with all wet suits on and everything.
Well, you know, the Cookie Monster, he's a great coach.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? That's definitely the Cookie Monster.
Definitely the Cookie Monster.
Most definitely the Cookie Monster. Y'all ready to get started second?
Let's do it.
Let's go, man.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2018 NCAA Football Postseason Awards show, episode 246 of them things. Woo. It's your boy J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
I'm Wazy was cracking.
Trying to find some Zion notes. He can't find his notes. That's crazy, man. So the 2018 NCAA football regular season has officially ended, and the best players in the country at their respective positions to separate themselves from their peers, not with just their own field plays, but now with name recognition, Jeff. What we're here to do on episode 246 is to hand out postseason awards, very similar to our preseason awards that we handed out a couple of weeks back on episode 234. Go back, listen to that, kind of see what we did there, see what we're doing now. So let's kind of rehash our predictions to kind of see how they look in 2018 at the end of the season. Now, Jeff was out for that show.
Yeah, I was on assignment. I think I was in Acapulco.
Yeah, Acapulco. Okay. Yeah, you could. Yeah, Chattanooga. Jeff. That's a fake laugh. You don't really like that. I know your fake laughs now, bro. This one, the show, the NCAA Awards show will air live on ESPN from the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta on Thursday, December 6th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're here with the FSP Awards. Man.
Yeah.
Let's get started with that first one, Jeff.
All right, so first award is Top HBCU Prospect. That's currently playing at an HBCU.
Most definitely.
Who's your preseason guy?
My preseason guy was Amir Hall from Bowie State.
There you go.
Wheezy had a guy from Georgia State.
Yeah.
Said it was an HBCU.
Ooh.
That was legendary.
Legendary.
That was legendary.
Had us all Googling Georgia
State. So I will give out my end of the season winner.
Okay.
Which is Amir Hall.
Yeah.
Who I think should be drafted. I think he's good enough to play in the NFL, man. A great quarterback. Finished his regular season, played with 10,000 passing yards. Yeah. Broke the CIAA conference record for all-time passing touchdowns with 98. Just a great player. That Bowie State team has all local Maryland kids there. Mm-hmm. So if you imagine some of the best players from Pearl, Hillsboro, Glencliff, all of their best players, right, playing at a college, which would be TSU,
right,
is the equivalent of this, man. So it's a great thing, man. They're doing great, and I think they won their CIAA conference as well. So, and shout out to Amir Hall. He should play in the NFL. I hope he gets a look.
That's my pick too. Shout out to Amir
Hall. Yeah, hell yeah. What's his name?
Amir Hall.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's his name. Most definitely. Remember his name, man. Amir Hall. Most definitely. Just give me a hard time.
Top prospect outside of a Power 5. Yeah. This is the best player not playing in a Power 5 conference.
Most definitely.
Well, your preseason, who you have?
Sure, I had Ed Oliver, defensive tackle in Houston.
All right, who you had preseason?
I had Devin Singletary from FAU.
Yeah. You was riding the Lane Kiffin way.
Yeah, he was. All right, so in the season we have?
I have Darrell Henderson from Memphis, man. Not only is he the most explosive running back in the country, I think he's one of the most versatile as well. He has the most receiving yards of any 1,000-yard rusher in NFL history, man. Just a crazy, crazy year for him.
Yeah.
And I think he's the most dynamic player at his position. I think he will get drafted.
I agree with you on that 100%. He kept Memphis competitive in their bigger games. Dude was must-see TV when he was on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you 100%. That's a first day draft pick to me.
Yeah,
to me,
special
talent.
talent.
Who do you have? I'm sorry.
I'm a third of the motion. I had Gerald Henderson.
for sure.
For real.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
for sure. No, hey,
No argument.
I was trying to find somebody else that was just as good.
It wasn't there.
Not outside the top.
No,
Power 5.
no, not at all.
That was it, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to impact transfer.
Yeah.
This is a player that played for another school last year
Yeah.
that will have the greatest impact this year.
Yeah.
So preseason, who you have, Wiz?
Shea Patterson.
Okay. Preseason, who you have, Jack?
I messed up on this.
Okay.
I had Tabari Hines, wide receiver from Oregon.
That's your man.
Yeah, he's transferring again.
Again.
Shut up.
He had 3 catches for 32 yards all season. So
And it might be you, son.
yeah.
It might be you.
Yeah, it might be you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so in the season, who you got, Wiz?
I had 2 of them, but I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurd.
Going with Jalen Hurd.
I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurd.
Shout out to Tony. I mean, he had some crazy numbers. He had 9 catches for like 646.
He was an impact for that team.
He was.
He was the go-to guy on that team.
For sure.
I'm happy to see him turn around.
For sure.
Just stay on the field. That kid is talented.
Nah, that's what he is. He's just talented.
Yeah.
Most definitely. My end of the season winner was Alohi Gilman from Notre Dame, transferred from Navy.
Yeah.
He's been the major force in Notre Dame secondary. Just brought that swagger to the team.
That's a story we need to watch about how he transferred out of Navy, though.
Yeah.
That normally don't happen.
That don't happen, man.
Don't happen.
But that's the thing. He wanted to play on Sundays, and he knew he wouldn't get the recognition in the eyes if he was playing at Navy. He was there just all over the field. He's the heart of that defense, man. So I love it, Gilman.
Let's move on to the Jim Thorpe Award.
Yeah.
Top defensive back. Who was your preseason guy? Jack.
I had DeAndre Baker, man, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wiz.
I had the kid from LSU.
Yeah, Greedy.
Of course.
Grady.
Yeah.
All right. In the season, who you got, Wiz?
Grady. I'm gonna stick with Grady.
Stick with Greedy.
Sticking with young Grady.
Yeah, he's a finalist for sure. He had a great year.
Yeah.
I had DeAndre Baker,
You okay?
and I'm gonna stick with DeAndre Baker. I think he'll win it. He is the leader of the Georgia defense.
Okay.
Top of the team with picks. Just a really great year. Came out of school as a 3-star prospect. So to be where he is now, being a NFL prospect,
Yes.
up for the Thorpe, which I think he will win. It's between him, Greedy, and another kid from Notre Dame. I think Julian Love. So I think I got to stick with my boy DeAndre, man.
I agree as well. I like watching him play football.
Sundays.
Sundays.
League
That's a Sunday game.
Is he a
League
first round guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, league him.
Yes.
League
For
him.
real.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, let's move on to the Dick Buckus Award.
Yeah.
Top linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Mean a little bit. Who you had in the preseason, Jack?
I had Devin White, LSU, man. Everybody was talking about Devin White before. That's everybody's talking about him.
Everybody. Who'd you have, Weez?
Cameron Smith, USC.
Sheesh.
That's your team, though. I ain't mad at that.
This is other team.
Well,
Most definitely.
true enough.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm
This
sorry.
is
Weez does have the
Two
two teams.
He ain't got a whole conference.
Dude.
Looking at you. All right, Weezy, who you have? Is your end of season award with?
Jonah Williams from Alabama.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, he played on the O-line. Yeah, I just got. Yeah, I'll go.
I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got Dylan Moses from Alabama.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, I think he's made the most of his time as a starter for the number 1 ranked Crimson Tide. Ranked 3rd nationally,
What number is he?
32. And then he wears 18 now. 32. He went up 32. Yeah. But he's the anchor of the Crimson Tide defense. He's ranked 3rd nationally. He's just a sophomore too.
Even that defense was supposed to be down this year.
Oh,
Not down, but down by Alabama.
Down Alabama standards.
And dude, no, not at all, man. He's I think he's League 2.
League him.
Yeah,
League him.
Not this year. He'll play another year, but eventually he's Sunday.
He's at linebacker, sideline to sideline,
Yeah.
just like Roquan Smith was at Georgia.
Gotcha.
And then you just take away. What's the kid who played for your Titans? They're from Alabama.
They ain't playing.
They ain't playing. Yeah, not Reuben Foster, but the other kid.
I forgot his name because he ain't there.
Yeah, but the kid played for the Titans.
Yeah.
Just sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
They
Make
get
a play.
those players every year.
It's a prototype.
Yeah, it is. Most
All
definitely.
right. Let's move on to the Chuck Bednarik Award.
Mhm.
Bednarik Award, excuse me. The top defensive player in the country.
Yeah.
Preseason prediction. Who you have? Weezy.
Nick Bosa.
And we both beat the Nick Bosa.
Yeah, everybody had. Yeah, I mean,
Serum.
Yeah, but then Nick decided that his futures are way more important than us watching him play college football.
Exactly.
All right, who you have in the season? Jake.
I got Josh Allen, man, for Kentucky, man. Not bad for a former 2-star recruit, man. Complete football player, heart and soul of that Kentucky defense. I think he's one of the best players in the whole conference.
Yes, sir.
And he ranks, I think he's tied for first with forced fumbles, third in sacks. Crazy. Has the best numbers of all of the finalists for the Bednarik. So just a big time play.
You know what's gonna suck is that Kentucky team's gonna come back down to earth next year. Like they're not gonna be as good next year, but they really built a foundation. They're a team that was fun to watch this year with the run game and their defense. I just don't hate they're gonna come back down to earth. Not gonna have the recruits. Like that.
Well, I think it's Stoops. He leaves.
Yeah,
as a smart man. I think he takes North Carolina job. If you him, would you leave from Kentucky to go to North Carolina?
I personally wouldn't. Though.
You wouldn't,
because there's no pressure in Kentucky.
It's not.
None.
You winning.
I mean, dude, you're saved for as long as you want after this season right now, man. That game against Georgia with that many people in Kentucky. Come on,
Kentucky football.
Kentucky football. Man.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, Weez. Sorry.
I would Josh Allen also.
Yeah, I know. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you. It's
as the season played out, a lot of these are unanimous.
You got Christian Wilkins, of course, plays for Clemson. You got Quentin Williams, who is an animal, top 5 pick at Alabama. It's a bunch of players, man. Could have been a top defensive player, but it's just Josh Allen, man. What he did is crazy. Yeah.
All right, move on to the Outland Trophy. This is the top offensive lineman.
Weezy.
Who's your preseason?
Yes, your guy, Jonah Williams, ain't Weezy.
That's my guy.
There we go.
Yeah.
But who I picked was Dane Edward from Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah, that was your because that whole O-line.
That O-line.
O-line's crazy.
That's football right there.
Yeah.
That's how you win championships.
Yeah,
that kind of line right there. I like that kind of talk right there. That's how you do it. Not some black knee braces on.
Yeah. Those weak-ass shoes.
Yeah, you know.
O-line
we got terrible shoes with O-line.
Nike stepped it up a little bit, though. It's a little bit more cool.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Those Under Armours are
trash. Under Armour's real bad.
Who's your preseason?
My preseason was Jonah Williams, and my end of the season was Jonah Williams. Just the best offensive lineman in the draft. Be a top 5 pick this year. If you look at him, he started all 40 games since he's been at Alabama. Just one of those staples. He's going to be there.
Put him right
every
there.
Saturday.
You don't worry about him.
No.
You build everywhere else away from him.
That's it.
He's there. You're good. You build away from him. Who you got with? Okay, cool. Unanimous. Let's move on to the John Mackey Award. This is the top tight end. Coach Brian.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Brian. Big tight.
Preseason, who you have, Jay?
I had Noah Fant, man, from Iowa. Yeah.
Weez, who you have preseason?
Caden Smith from Stanford.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's run playing. Now, Caden Smith is a
solid team.
He's
in the finals for the award.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, not a bad pick.
Yeah, not a bad pick.
Who you got in the season, Weez?
Caden Smith.
You better.
No, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Nah.
Who you got, Shay?
My easiest end of the season winner is T.J. Hockenson. This is the best duo in football. It's him and Noah Fant.
Yeah.
They caught, I think Fant caught 38 passes, and I think Hockenson caught 45. They're 14. They caught 14 touchdowns between the both of them. If you look at it, it's hard to plan or set up a defense to say, hey, all right, worry about 2 tight ends.
Right.
Usually we're worrying about 2 wide receivers, maybe 2 running backs. But to set and say, okay, we have to lock down 2 tight ends, that's really tough.
Sometimes it's 3 on Stanford.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes 3 tight ends.
Yeah, in Iowa. We're talking about Iowa. But you're talking about Stanford. Yeah. It's tough to do that, though, for sure. But Hockenson, he's getting more playing time now at Iowa.
Which is weird, though.
He's the better blocker, that's why.
Yeah, okay. And they run that type of offense. I get it.
Exactly.
But Noah Fant was definitely the guy coming into the
He
season.
had 14 touchdowns last year.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah. So, the Fred Biletnikoff Award.
There we go, Joe.
I'll try something.
There we go, yeah.
Top wide receiver award.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got for preseason, Jay?
I had David Seals, man, West Virginia, my guy. Yeah. He had a good year this year.
He did. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, no, for
Who you
sure.
have with? I had A.J. Brown. Ole Miss.
He ain't have bad.
He did.
No, he did.
He did.
That's not bad. Who you have in the season?
T. Higgins, Clips.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Now, Clemson, listen. They got my guy, Trevor Lawrence. He's going to throw it around. He's going to find somebody open.
Yeah.
Dude, Trevor Lawrence throws the ball as hard as I've seen a freshman throw. Zooming. Coach Lockslap.
Is he better than Tua?
Is Trevor Lawrence better than Tua?
I can
Like pro prospect? Yeah, he's 6'7", 6'6".
There's nobody better than man amongst boys.
He is a man amongst boys, though.
The God
Tua
amongst
talk
men.
about Ola is the best. I'll talk about it. My end of the season winner is my guy. It was my player of the week last week, Andy Isabella from UMass. Yeah, just completed his regular season. Crazy, 1,600 yards. Tied for second nationally with 13 touchdowns. UMass going 4-8 is going to, in an independent, is going to hurt him as far as getting this award. But there's no question that he is the best wide receiver in college football.
Yeah.
League him. League that young man. League him.
He jumps off the screen.
Oh.
I watched some of his highlights the other day. He jumps off the screen.
Dude, he was crazy at 303 yards, man, in the game one time.
All right.
But you don't overlook Jerry Judy from Alabama.
Jerry Judy is a finalist.
Don't overlook that whole Alabama receiving corps.
Jerry Judy, just Jerry Judy.
No, they got players.
They got
their receiving
players.
corps
I'm just telling you.
Crazy.
Tua's throwing them boys open, man.
I hate that. Y'all take it.
Yeah, they take a. Go ahead.
They take a lot away from him. This is the best group I think he's had, man. The best group of wide receivers I think he's had.
Oh,
It's not true.
He usually just has one.
That's how good Tua's got those guys.
No.
I'm telling you.
It's no fall off when Jalen gets in the game either.
No, what I'm saying is, usually Alabama has
One wide receiver, yeah.
Julio, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley.
Calvin really had two of these guys last year. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I get it, though. I get it.
Now,
They just didn't throw the ball as much over the last couple
right.
years.
And then it's Air Saban this year, and these guys are taking them to the house.
Most definitely.
A lot of that. Let's move on to the Doak Walker Award.
Yep.
Award title is just the top running back in the country.
Yeah.
Preseason, we have Weezy.
Jonathan Taylor. Wisconsin.
Yeah,
We all did.
I didn't. I had DeAndre Swift. Yeah, I had Young Swift, man. From Georgia, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. I mean, the pedigree was there.
He's there.
Yeah.
You got, what's the kid? Jake Fromm?
Yeah.
Yeah, he not throwing the ball a lot. I was thinking they were going to hand it to him and Lil Holyfield.
Yeah.
Holyfield got more to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holyfield solid.
Yeah, solid.
All
Yeah.
right, who you have in the season, Weezy?
I spread the love with this. I went with Elijah Holyfield.
Really?
Yeah. He's
Elijah
solid.
Yeah.
Because he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nobody expected
Sure.
him.
To be the guy.
Yeah.
That was gonna
He
be
took.
slick.
Yeah. Who you have?
I had Jonathan Taylor, man. As a true freshman. He only fell 23 yards short of reaching 2,000. He going to get that this year.
Yeah.
It ain't no question. I think he's one of the best running backs that I've seen play college football. As a true freshman going into a sophomore, he's a beast, man. He play on Sundays, and he'll break all of Monty Ball's records.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, he'll break Monty Ball's records. I'm telling you, man, this kid, Jonathan Taylor's special, man.
Right.
Okay.
Move on to the Davey O'Brien Award.
Sure.
This is the top quarterback preseason. Who you have, Weezy?
Who'd you have, Weezy?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Okay.
That's not bad.
It's not
That's
bad.
not bad. He's a finalist.
Who'd you have,
My
Jack?
preseason's Will Greer,
Will Greer.
who's not a finalist. So.
Yeah. Well,
But had a great year.
had a great shout out to Will.
Will, yeah, they're great.
All right. So
One
Weezy,
back in.
who you have in the season?
Kyler Murray.
Okay.
John Murray's
still
had a
good,
good year. Yeah, for sure.
Who you have, Jack?
I had Gardner Minshew, former East Carolina quarterback, leading the country, passing categories through 11 games, man. So 4,000 passing yards.
Talk to me.
It's insane, man. 36 touchdowns, only threw 7 picks. More importantly, until they lost to Washington, they were 10-1. So 10-2, only been sacked 9 times the whole season, and he was a transfer. Gardner Minshew, man, they did it the right way. The Wazoo, with him.
Shout out to Watson.
The only thing I like about Kyler Murray, this is what's most impressive about me.
Okay.
You put him in that offense for 1 year, and he's doing this.
Yeah.
1 year.
Well, I mean,
Last year he played, but
and he redshirted a year too.
So he said he's getting reps.
he getting reps.
He learned. He had 3 years learning offense.
I don't know about 3.
2. I mean, he set out 1.
Yeah.
Watched 1 behind Baker. He's playing them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Putting up big boy numbers, Jack.
great numbers
Big boy numbers.
for sure. He might play on Sunday.
I would love to see him.
I'm telling you, Kyler Murray wanted to, he could play on Sundays. I'm telling you, if he wanted to. Now the money is in baseball.
Yeah, in the
Safer
longevity.
pick. Exactly. Long money is in baseball. They already given him $27 million
Like,
just to go.
good gracious.
Yeah, so you got to go where the money is.
He's
But
still,
I'm saying
he's still on college campus.
still on college, kicking.
$27 million.
So
just let that resonate.
yeah, I'm sure they're doing it the right way.
Picture us in college.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't picture me.
What's that?
Oh my God. Let me move on. Home Depot Award. Coach of the Year.
Coach of the year.
Who you have? Weezy.
I had Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
5-7.
Yeah.
He been. Yeah, that's your man. That's your coach.
Oh my God.
You wanted him in Vanderbilt. I had Kirby Smart from Georgia. I had Curbster.
Getting Curbster.
Not bad.
All right, who you off with, Weezy?
I went to coach from Kentucky.
Stoops. Yeah.
Yeah.
The journalist.
Until that Tennessee lost.
Yeah, Tennessee lost.
It hurt. Yeah.
If we don't lose to Kentucky, we're playing against Alabama.
Yeah.
That's
true.
I mean, we have to beat Georgia, of course.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I had Ed Orgeron, man. LSU.
Yeah.
Second full season head coach of the Tigers. Got him to
Go
9-3. Yeah.
Go Tigers.
Cookie Monster. Got him all the way up to number 7.
You also could put your coach in here.
Yeah, I could have. I mean, I'm trying to spread the love.
No, I'm saying just for the podcast. I'm just like
He turned that shit.
That was a great coaching job.
Yeah, he
did.
He turned it
Y'all
around.
won't supposed to be.
We're going to win 10 games. That's crazy.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to be that good.
No, hell, not this year. Yeah, but LSU has 3 wins over top 10 teams this year. And they beat Georgia, man. So they were number 2 team. Yeah. So first 10-win season since 2013, man. Shout out to the Cookie Monster.
All right, man. Heisman Trophy winner.
Mm-hmm.
College football player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Weezy, who you have?
Khalil Tate.
Yes, he did.
That's not bad.
Yes, it was. I told him we bet too that Khalil Tate on that show that Khalil Tate was going to set for the Heisman.
You said we bet every year.
We did.
I bet that one. I remember it. I'm not saying it because
Alexander's on me.
Huh?
Alexander's on me.
Yeah, for sure. Preseason prediction.
Preseason?
I had Tua Tagovailoa.
You sure did.
Even most of
That was like before he.
You had that 2016, right?
I did.
He had that when Tua was a freshman in high school, right out of 8th grade.
I've been saying it for the last 6 years.
They've been knocking me.
As soon as he picked
knew,
up the pigskin.
I just knew when he got to Alabama,
I
he
see
needed
we
a
played
quarterback.
Triple C football.
Yeah.
He was going.
Yeah, I agree. Best quarterback in college football, man. Tua Tagovailoa, man.
Ooh, amongst boys. The God amongst men.
3,000 passing yards, 36 touchdowns. Hey, 2 picks.
The Alpha.
Maybe one.
It was 2.
2 picks this year?
Do one against Alabama and one against the Citadel.
You mean doing the Citadel?
Yeah, I think it was Citadel.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm sorry, one against LSU.
Yeah, he took his first one against LSU.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was one against
that was week 10.
It's a while.
That's your guy.
He didn't play a lot of second half.
That's my guy.
He played 4th quarter the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Shout out to the guys.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Two.
No, my goodness.
Yeah. Second coming to Tebow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa.
So who's your new Heisman?
My new Heisman is Tua Tagovailoa.
UJ? I mean, he's the man amongst boys. He's the God amongst
Come on, man. You got
Tua Tagovailoa.
You got winning. You got Gardner Minshew winning.
I think it's gonna be closer than we think, though.
I think Kyler Murray.
It's him and Kyler.
Yeah.
And who will set if they do 3? It'll be Gardner.
Yep.
It'll be Tua.
Yep.
Kyler Murray. Maybe Will Greer. If they set 4, I think they'll set 3.
Ohio State guy.
Dwayne Haskins?
Haskins sit.
Hell no. Not over Will Greer. Those numbers killing Will Greer. I mean, Will Greer's numbers killing Haskins.
It's close, Jay.
Yeah,
This is the weakness going to tell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So Big Ten Conference.
Yeah.
Who we have as the winner of the Big Ten Conference? We is in the preseason.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan winning it. You should do it.
Who you had?
I had Ohio State.
Okay, I had Ohio State.
Yeah.
We have the end of the season.
Yeah, I got Ohio State winning that thing clearly because they played Northwestern. This was Michigan's to lose, though.
It was.
It was Michigan's to lose.
That hurt me.
And let's keep it real. This Ohio State, they might slip up against Northwestern. They prone to do stuff.
They not.
Urban got them.
They shouldn't, but they prone to do crap like
that. In their room. And said, listen,
I have to leave after this year.
Yeah.
This is my last year.
We ain't going out like this.
Everybody taking their cell phone out. All this shit's over with.
Michigan, they beat like
Jigs up.
Yeah, dude, they beat the conference's biggest names 101 to 27 before they played Ohio State. So it was theirs to lose for sure.
Let's go to the Big 12 conference.
Mm-hmm.
Who you have, Jake?
I had Oklahoma winning it in the preseason.
Who you have, Weezy?
Oklahoma.
Well, what we got now?
I got Texas winning this, man.
Really?
I got Texas winning this. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, if I was a bet, man. If I was a bet, man. I ain't a bet.
Tom Herman, man, turned this team around. Didn't do the exact same thing that Charlie did, but 2 years after his arrival, man, your team being 10-3, 9-3, 9-3 right now. That's big. It's big, man. Shout out to that's the best team that they had since 2012. Mac Brown. They went 9-4. Yeah, man. Shout out to Tom Herman.
I got Oklahoma.
Pac-12 conference. We got preseason Weezy.
USC.
Of course you did.
Sheesh. He did.
Who you have?
I had Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had Washington.
Now who you got with in the season?
Utah.
Yeah, Utah Utes winning this. I got Washington winning. I had Washington State winning it because Washington State had the best quarterback in the whole Pac-12 and the best transfer in the whole country. Top 10 defense, but did not show up against Washington. So I gotta go Washington. Washington got crazy NFL prospects in the second
year. They got a few
quarterback, NFL QB. Man, Washington should win this for sure.
All right, let's move on to the baby NFL, as you call it.
Yeah, for sure.
The SEC conference. Who you have in the preseason? Weezy.
Bama.
No, we had to talk about this one.
Yeah, I had Georgia.
You did.
I had Georgia.
You sure did have
Georgia.
Yeah.
I had Georgia winning this.
Yeah. Now who you got?
Man, I got two in the boys, man.
Yeah.
I got to go with it. I should stick with my pick with Georgia, but they just playing. They gliding right now.
Picking Georgia. If Georgia wins this, it throws everything into chaos.
It does.
And I would love to see
I
prefer chaos.
Yeah, prefer chaos.
I prefer chaos.
If Georgia wins, Bama still gets here regardless.
Regardless.
Right? That's the thing. That's
regardless.
I would love to see Georgia win.
Regardless. Yeah, I mean, Georgia needs to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see Georgia win.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
ACC.
Yeah.
Predicted preseason. Who you have, Jay?
I had Clemson for sure.
Who you have, Weezy?
Clemson.
All right. Now, end of the season, of course.
Yeah. By the end of September, we knew that Clemson was the best team in the ACC.
Yeah.
That's the best team nobody's talking about.
Yeah.
No more. Nobody.
They haven't
They haven't played anybody.
Yeah,
they haven't played anything.
Well, Syracuse.
Mediocrity in the ACC. It's the worst year of the ACC in a long time.
Yeah. Long time. No lie to it.
One elite team.
Yeah.
That's
No question.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
A lot of okay.
There's a lot of solids.
A lot of okay.
Solids.
Solids. I think solids higher.
Dabo won 2 championships or 1.
Who's that? Who?
Dabo
had
one. Yeah,
he won. Yeah, he
did been 2.
Yeah.
Who they lose to?
Bama.
They lost to Bama.
They lost to Bama.
Bama.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat Bama and he lost to Bama.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dabo.
Yeah.
All right. So in the preseason, who
Yeah.
y'all have as your top 4?
You can go with me.
Preseason. Oh, let's go here.
I go.
Yeah.
I had Bama, Ohio State as my 2.
Yep.
Clemson at 3. Georgia at 4. That's my preseason.
My preseason was Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, and Alabama.
Ooh. You had Alabama losing regular season game.
I had them losing in the SEC championship to Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Weezy?
I had Bama,
Okay.
Georgia, Clemson, and Ohio State.
Okay. So you had Bama then Georgia 2?
Bama 1.
I don't say Bama then Georgia 2.
Yeah.
All right, so who you got now? Jay, who you got now?
Yeah, for sure. I got Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and
That's the
this
kicker.
the one.
That's the kicker right there.
If Georgia loses, it's going to be hard for them to put a two-team team in.
Two lost.
I mean, 2 lost team.
Yeah.
To over a team like Oklahoma, who's I have Texas actually beating them.
Yeah.
So if Texas actually beats them,
Mhm.
then Ohio State gets in the 4. I think Ohio State will get that 4 spot.
Yeah, I do too. I think Ohio State gets the 4 no matter what.
Mhm.
As long as Georgia doesn't beat Alabama,
Yeah,
if Alabama wins and Ohio State wins, Ohio State gets the 4.
and
I
that'd be
don't
good.
think so.
Who you got?
I got Oklahoma in that 4 spot.
So you got
'Cause
Bama.
so you saying if they beat
I'm thinking
Texas.
Georgia. I'm thinking Oklahoma's gonna beat Texas.
right?
Georgia beats Alabama.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So Alabama's out with 1 loss?
No, Alabama's not gonna be out.
So who you kicking out then?
Yeah, so where's Alabama at? So who's the number 1 seed?
Alabama.
How they gonna still be a number 1 seed if they lose?
Yeah. Who else is?
No,
not?
you put Clemson.
Clemson's number 1.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. You put Clemson there.
Yeah.
Clemson. Notre Dame.
Georgia.
Georgia.
And then Oklahoma's 5
You
teams.
can't put them.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Bama. Oklahoma.
So Georgia wins the SEC championship and doesn't make the top 4?
No way.
Wow.
No way. Because
Wow.
they beat the best team in the country.
If you beat Alabama,
It's beat
as long
everybody by
as-
20.
You know what? And Georgia's number 5. Now I'm thinking Oklahoma's number 5.
Yeah.
Georgia's number 5.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's number 6. That's my bad.
Yeah. If Georgia had more than 1 loss, I agree with that.
Yeah.
If them having 1 loss, now they gotta go.
You got
But to me, if Alabama beats Georgia and Ohio State wins, Ohio State jumps everybody.
Ohio State's in.
Yeah.
They always
They
find-
control their destiny.
I'm telling you, if Oklahoma gets in, they're not gonna get in.
They're not.
They're not.
Who?
That's the only team that can score with Bama.
That's true. I agree.
They can score with
They
it.
can score with it.
They can't
defend.
defend.
They can't defend.
It's gonna be 70-70, and it'll be
And-
70-50.
And Oklahoma will throw the pick
Yep.
that loses the game.
For sure.
Well, for fumble.
Because
fumble.
Georgia's gonna run out, man.
They're gonna get hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
Playing Alabama.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's different.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because I ain't seen no shit like that.
At all.
I ain't seen no
At
shit.
all.
So Alabama gonna beat Georgia by how much Saturday?
Alabama beat Georgia by 10.
That might be Georgia by 17.
Yeah. I think it'd be a close game.
It's 10's close.
7 points.
He's gonna have to play this whole game.
That's
I think
that's the litmus test.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I think Georgia
Play
plays
one
it boy.
They only play one team out here. Alabama don't play one team.
Man, that's not
You gotta
true.
quit saying that, man.
That's crazy.
They played that whole conference.
They played their whole conference.
I don't want to keep the listeners that much longer, but the SEC is.
They can't help that.
Okay, there it is.
It's,
No, that's it. They can't help it. That's the answer.
They can't help that they,
I mean, you also got to think too. You know how many we got? Like 7, 8 teams in the bowl.
Y'all do that every year, and then look at your bowl record.
That you get dead ass.
See what I'm saying?
Dead ass bowl records don't really matter because
See, that's the skew.
those kids don't even be playing in those ball games.
what it is Nick Saban has finally bought into this new college football.
Yeah.
He got a quarterback that throw the football, offensive coordinator that's letting him throw the football.
And with the
all
same
it is.
defense that he had.
No argument.
That's
I'm
all
just
it
talking about
is.
the rest of the SEC.
That's the
That's
rest
all
of
I'm
the
talking
SEC.
about.
The only
Alabama's better
bad
than
team.
everybody.
They're better than everybody in the country.
Everybody included. It's all inclusive. Everybody's all inclusive. They're better than
We
everybody.
beat the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Hey man, we wrapped up the 2018 NBA. We wrapped up the 2018 college football season.
Yes,
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Excited about this weekend.
Yeah.
Catch some of these conference games. More than anything, man, we just got to make sure that Weezy, maintain. We got to get you some Roman numeral training. Jeff, we got to make sure that we get you
Don't let them
going.
get you, Jeff. Don't let them get you. Stay focused.
Nah, for
They
sure.
ain't gonna get me. They ain't gonna get me. Not gonna let them get me.
Wish the listeners could be pre-production.
Nah, I'm with
Jeff.
Jeff, that IG post is gonna be great. It's gonna be legendary.
Yeah.
It's gonna live as long as your 40-yard dash. It's legendary.
We're gonna put other posts up.
Yeah, because you got one.
What's it?
You got one.
Oh, it's going.
I think that's why cameraman never put it up.
Nah,
Because
it ain't got nothing to do with it.
He's shaking his head. Yes.
It ain't got nothing to do with me. Because you should have seen your face. Your face was on stuck, man. I'm talking about you.
Everybody had a moment.
Yeah, everybody had. You. That was a door. It's probably approximately 40 yards.
You jumped in this chair.
I got
this is gonna
you.
get edited too. I hate that too. It's gonna get edited.
No, I leveled
You
up.
jumped in this chair.
I leveled up.
Like your Achilles wouldn't even hurt, bro.
I leveled up.
Achilles. What Achilles?
Yeah.
I leveled up.
The bunnies again.
I leveled up.
You hit 40 inch vertical.
I didn't. I leveled.
What we doing? What we doing?
You didn't even realize that's a fake laugh. That is episode 246 of the Full Sport Press podcast, man. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
About that Full Sport Press podcast. Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
The Revolution will be podcast. Cameraman, we are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.